Put the headphones on and we are recording. Welcome to the Mario Matter, your favorite Nintendo podcast, episode number 82 with your host EmSwizzle. That's my YouTube name, or Max, my real name. Call me Max. You know, me and you are just close like that. Even if you're a first-time listener, me and you, we just have that connection. We just bond, guys, with your host, Max, and we discuss all sorts of fun Nintendo news and goodness on this episode. The main topic at hand being what games will launch with the Nintendo Switch 2. There's a lot of talk, a lot of people saying 3D Mario, Mario Kart 9, a new Zelda, a bit early for that one. We discuss it all, but before that, we dive into all Nintendo news from this moment in time, this past week. A lot of great stuff there. Then we dive into the Switch 2 talk, and then after that, the tail end of that, we dive into the questions you have asked me, the Q&A segment of the podcast. And what makes this episode so great, even if you're a first-time listener, someone who's been here since episode 1, we have a guest today. And as you all know, guest episodes are very, very special and also very fun. Even if you don't know the people that are on the show, I guarantee you at least 10 laughs before you leave. And if you don't hit that threshold, we pay you $10 billion. So tune in, guys, whether you're watching in your home movie theater, you must be rich, or whether you're driving home from Wendy's on a rainy day. We got you covered. Nintendo stuff. Let's go ahead. Let's introduce our great and funny, actually, guest. Let's skadoodle.
Welcome to the Mario Matter, the number one Nintendo podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today is a fellow YouTube Shorts creator making anything from Nintendo, which is what we talk about, to a tier list ranking sleeping positions, all as YouTube Shorts and so much more. He's your favorite Shorts creator's favorite Shorts creator, and he is a funny man. Radoukens, how's it going?
Woo! Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing swell on a fine Thursday at 6:54 p.m.
Very nice. Yes, almost there for the weekend.
Indeed. We're at the home stretch, but we post the podcast on Saturday. Everyone's looking forward to it. We're going to have a great time here. I do want to ask you questions, though, about you and your channel first. I always ask the exact same two questions. Number one, how did you begin on YouTube? How did we get you on the podcast? Where did you come from? What was the YouTube start for you?
Oh boy, okay. So technically the channel was like physically made in 2011. I don't know why, it just was, but I didn't actually start uploading until 2021. So a good like decade later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was during like, COVID times. I didn't really have much to do. So I figured, why not? Let me just give this YouTube thing a try. And so I started off doing mainly like Pokemon stuff because I felt like, that's like a thing a lot of people can resonate with. Did like Pokemon tier list, just Pokemon commentary. Then I expanded into like the broader Nintendo stuff, or like even like Sonic as well. And then like last year around that part, I kind of got like tired of doing just gaming, so I wanted to do more like skit based stuff, or just more like general interest kind of things. And yeah, I just do a big variety of stuff now.
For sure. Very, very fun stuff. My favorite of yours, and I brought it up during the intro, was the sleeping positions. Dude, everyone's got to do, if you haven't seen it, he recommends the antenna position. Can you explain what the antenna sleeping position is?
I wish I could demonstrate it, but it's logistically a little bit of an issue. But basically, you lay on your back and you kind of just like prop your legs up and then cross them.
Bro, it's like the greatest. Like, how has this not been a thing before? I mean, it kind of was. You got the freaking antenna. And then, where was the first, like, Nintendo experience? Like, were you 5 years old and you opened up the, N64 for Christmas? Or how did it begin?
That's a great question. If I'm really digging back, I think it was long time ago. So, the system or handheld I started with was the Game Boy Color. I didn't actually have it. It was like my dad got it from someone from work, just for us to borrow.
That's dope.
And the first two games I can remember were like Pokemon Red and Donkey Kong Land, like the OG. Yeah, it was quite the experience.
Those are good ones to begin with, though. I love those.
Yes,
awesome
very old
sauce.
school.
Indeed, but now it would be time to get to our Nintendo news headlines, if that's good with you. We have a bunch of news here. We're going to run through the news from the past week. We record on Thursday, so anything before that and the last episode, which was Saturday, we will discuss. And our first topic, Radoukens, is Idiots of the Week. I mean, would you call this an idiot of the week or like smart? I don't know. Let me read the informations here, and then we can discuss it. So,
good.
Our headline reads: a police officer was punished for playing Nintendo Switch on the job. Would you ever play Switch on the job?
Well, for me personally, I actually work from home, so it's a little easier to get away with that. But as a police officer, like, someone that's kind of like serving our country in a way, that's a little wild. Like, I'm not paying for that.
I know. So this was a police officer in Japan, and over the span of 4 months, he played 17 hours of Nintendo Switch on the job. Whenever apparently there were few incidents happening, he would go to the break room and play Nintendo Switch. This does count as our news. I mean, you can call it idiots of the week.
That's wild.
But actually, as punishment, he lost 17 hours worth of his pay for each hour that he played. Fair punishment?
I think it's like kind of the bare minimum. Because, like, it makes sense, like, 17 hours that could have been work, we're taking that away from you. But I feel like there should be more repercussions to, like, really teach him a lesson. I feel like he kind of got away with this a little light, my personal opinion.
I think so, too. I mean, like, the only punishment here was just losing pay that he didn't work for. Like,
right.
You gotta, like, suspend him for, like, a month or something like that.
That's a good one, yeah. I think that'll be a good approach.
Yeah. So, I mean, losing pay, sure, but I did think that was a funny little piece of news to bring up there. Yeah, I mean, guys, look forward. Radoukens is going to play Switch on the job.
Don't tell them.
Look forward to it. But that happened, and then, on other happy news, on other good news, we do have the Nintendo Switch updated to version 18.0.0. Do you care much for Switch updates? Like, when you see it on your Twitter, are you like, oh wow, cool?
Not really. I feel like most of the time it's never like substantial. It's kind of just like a quality of life things. But I'm not like opposed to having them. So why not?
Indeed. So not much has changed here. They've added 15 minutes as an auto sleep when playing TV option. What is yours set to right now? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. However the Switch is set by default. I never look at the settings, man. I'm just here to play games.
Mine is on. I'm a risk taker. Mine is on never sleep. So if I forget, it's just on all night.
And that thing is cooked.
I've been there. There's times where I've like left it on, at night, and I'm like, you know what? I'll come back to it. And it's like at my desk. Well, it used to be. So I would like play or whatever, and then I'd go brush my teeth, turn off the computer. The only indication that I have of the Switch being on is a little tiny green light on the dock. So I'll wake up, go take a shower, and it's still on. It's been on all night.
That's a very dangerous game to play, my friend.
Dangerous game for real. So I might have to be changing it to 15 minutes after today.
It was made just for you.
It was made for me. Let's just say that. And then they've added a Korean as a supported language for the Nintendo Switch parental controls introductory video. Have you seen this video?
I have not, but I'm surprised it took them this long to add this in the Switch's life cycle.
For real. It's the one, I feel like you've seen it somewhere. It's the one with Bowser and Bowser Jr. when they're like...
the original one.
Yes. I think so.
Yeah. I thought you meant they're like a specific Korean one they made.
I think it's just like dubbed over.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. It's very cute.
Yeah, that's a great one. So now you can watch it in Korean for the one person interested that's watching the podcast.
Let's go.
And also, general system stability improvements have been made to enhance the user's experience. Do you think that your experience will be enhanced?
I hope so. They seem very vague, though, so I'll take that word for it.
We can say most of the time, and this is actually true, they make changes to the bad words list. I won't say the words, because we like to keep it a little as family-friendly as possible here.
Yes.
But... I wish I could say it to you without saying it to you. Can I type it to you? Sorry, the people are gonna hate me. I just sent it to you. So they banned that word. Okay, yeah.
I thought it was like way. I was thinking like worst case scenario. That's like
so they banned that word. You can't that's always been banned. Guys, it starts with a P. Just do what you will with that. It's always been banned, but you can't like type that word in and then put like land after it. So like you can't start with that.
Is that
5 letters? Is
this mainly for like username? Because there's no like chat system in Nintendo Switch. So what does it apply to?
I think it's for usernames. I think it's for like when you're playing Pokemon, you have to like name your rival or whatever, like Pokemon Sword.
So funny.
Could you imagine naming your rival in that?
I wish I could.
See, that would be
now
great.
I never can.
Quality, but now, I mean, a little bit too late here.
Yeah.
But that's the update for Nintendo Switch. You've probably already downloaded it by now, but that's out there. Then we move to a rumor that I feel like, we've never met, but I feel like you might maybe care about this. Sonic Heroes Remake is in the works for Nintendo Switch 2. Do you have any thoughts on this?
I'm actually pretty excited for that. I did hear about this, and I do hope it becomes true. This is a hot take, but I think like a lot of people say they want like a Sonic Adventure remake. I think I'm more prone to having a Sonic Heroes remake. It's such a, I don't know. It was like it was like one of its kind in terms of like the gameplay, like playing as 3 people as once. You don't really see that often. I love playing. Have you ever played it?
I was about to ask, can you like explain it to me? Because here's the thing, my family owns it. What? I think like my brother owns it, but like I've never really gotten to play it because at that point I was like 4 when he had it. It's like I never got like Sonic Heroes. Tell me what it is. I barely even know.
Interesting. So it's like it's pretty slow compared to a traditional Sonic game because like I think it's more puzzle based. You have like 3 characters per team. One represents speed. One represents like flight, and the other one represents power. So Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. Yeah. And so there's 4 different teams you can pick, and it's basically they play pretty similarly with like a few little gimmicks. Like Sonic's team is pretty straightforward. Other teams might have a little quirkiness. Yeah. For me personally, I like Team Chaotic, which has Espio, the bee, and the crocodile. And what's cool about that is that Espio, who's the speed character, you can like camouflage, so it becomes like a stealth game.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
Special place in my heart.
I would definitely buy this. So it was reported, because I know that some people like to, validate rumors by who reported it. It was reported by Zippo, who I'm not sure if you know, doesn't have the greatest track record.
Okay.
But also backed up by Necro Felipe, who was part of the people who reported that the Nintendo Switch 2 would be revealed in March, and then apparently it got like delayed. Did you see that?
I did, yeah. I got a little glimpse of that.
Do you think it'll actually be delayed?
Nintendo Switch 2? Wait, March of next year?
Yeah. They said that it would be revealed in March of this year. Now they're saying, it's delayed. The reveal will happen later this summer, and it'll be released next March.
I guess a question is for me is like, will it be its own separate announcement or be tied to a direct?
I think it'll be separate. I feel like it's too big for a direct.
Was the original Switch a separate announcement?
I think so, yeah.
I feel like it might be a little pushed back. I feel like, I don't know, they haven't really like done much in terms of like hyping it up or even like hinting at it. But at the same time, we don't really have much going on for the rest of the year. Yeah. In terms of like games. So I don't know, they might actually stick to schedule. So we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. And then one more leaker. It was also backed up by Midori, who's I believe a Sega leaker, big into Sega leaks. So honestly, because it's backed up by 3 leakers who, God knows their track record. I mean, I know a little bit, but like, I think it's probably going to happen, and it does make sense. Like, you would probably buy that, right?
Oh yeah. For sure.
It sounds awesome. I would take it with a grain of salt, but that's supposedly releasing on Switch 2, and I don't feel confident enough to confirm this, but I have read they're thinking 2025. Like the leakers are saying that. So it's not too far away if that does turn out to be true. Do you think it should cost a full $60?
The game itself? I think with Sonic remakes nowadays, they do a good job adding like a little more content attached to it, so it's not just like a straight remake. 60, I mean, I feel like it will be 60, but I think a question is will Nintendo adopt the practice of making games $70 now? Yeah. So that's something that's also be fearful of.
That was what I thought about, like right when I said it to you. Like, I hope that doesn't become a thing, because I mean they haven't like shut the door. They made Zelda $70, Tears of the Kingdom, and they never like shut the door. Like, hey, that's our only $70 game. Like, I worry, and here's the problem with that: people like paid for Zelda at $70. I mean, which obviously it's Zelda, but like they are not gonna be opposed to making that a thing, and that's scary for me.
Yeah. I think $60 is a fair price, to be honest.
60?
If they make it look nice, pretty it up, throw some extra content in there, I think people will be happy.
Yeah, I feel like it depends game to game because like you can make Paper Mario 1000 your door 60 because people are gonna buy it. That's a freaking cult classic.
Yeah.
And is Sonic Heroes a cult classic? I haven't heard of it too much.
No, I think it's a little more niche compared to the other ones. Sonic Adventure is definitely the like premier 3D Sonic game.
Yeah, but you know what? It'll all be okay because if you know anything about Sonic games, they go half off in like 3 weeks.
That's so true. I always wait for those Amazon sales.
Next thing you know, you like buy a game on launch day. 1 week later, that Wario64 account tweets Sonic $30.99 on Amazon right now.
Happens every time.
Just wasting your money, man. So
without fail.
That sucks. It happened. I bought Princess Peach Showtime last week. Did you pick it up?
Nah, yeah, I'm waiting on that a little.
I picked it up and then I see a tweet same day saying, "Hey, it's half off on this website." It was like QVC or something. I forget what it was. I was like, "Whoa, did I just waste money?"
50 off already? That's insane.
But you know what? Look, I actually, because I bought it at Best Buy, I got this like standee looking thing.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
And I'm showing it off because last episode I said that if I ever get it, because they had to like ship it to me, I would show it. There it is.
Oh, that's a little cute, a little novelty.
So that's why I go to Best Buy for some of my things. Do you ever shop by like pre-order bonuses if you ever pre-order?
These days, no. Everything's like strictly virtual now. And I think a lot of them do a good job still giving those like perks even through online orders.
Yeah, I would agree. They give you like some digital stuff, especially Sega, I feel like. But yeah, that's in the works. Grain of salt, not confirmed, but I would like to call that likely considering there's 3 Nintendo, Sega insiders on board. So that's out there, hopefully a launch title of some sort. But after that, honestly, a piece of news that, what is vibrating? I don't even know. Sorry, like Earth is talking to me here. F-Zero, Maximum Velocity, the Game Boy Advance game, is coming to Switch Online. It's actually out now for those who want to play. Only problem is you got to pay like $80 to even have the online. Well, it's like $50 for a single individual, like $80 for a family. Do you have Switch Online or the expansion pack?
I have just a basic Switch Online. Yeah,
I do as well. I just don't find it worth it, for everything else, because you're getting Game Boy Advance games, and you get, what else do you get? Is that it? Wait, hold on. Oh, and N64. I mean,
yeah, they need to add a little more to it. Not ready just yet.
Yeah, I mean, or just emulate. I don't.
True. I mean, we can't say that. Yeah,
we can't. No,
what's that? I never heard of it.
Only legal emulation, but yeah, I mean, I would just do that. But that is out there now on Game Boy Advance, and they've also updated F-Zero 99. Any experience with that?
Ooh, I've been meaning to play that. I've never played any of the 99 games. Is it still out? Or you said it was out there, right? So
Yeah. The only one I think that like closed was the Mario one, the Mario 35.
I wished I played that.
Dude, same.
So
I didn't play it because like when it came out, I wasn't as like in the loop with things.
Yeah.
So I never even like touched it. Which sucks.
Yeah. Have you ever played the other ones like Tetris or Pac-Man?
I think I played Pac-Man, but I never got into it because with F-Zero, I've been close to being number one. Like with Pac-Man or Tetris, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, that's not true. I can do it, but I'm like number 87th every time that I play. Like, it's just like, I guess I just wasn't good at it. But F-Zero, dude, there's like a lot of chances to actually win. It's not as, that's how it sounds bad, but it's not as hard. Because
True.
like, I mean, we said Pac-Man, but like, I don't like, for me, it was like possible to get top 10, and I was top 10. It was kind of cool.
Nice.
One thing that I did though, sorry to like go on tangents here, but I got first, I think, like in some, you know, in like the tutorial, and I flexed it online. I was like, guys, just got first.
We take those.
I knew it would never happen any other way.
I love it.
For those interested in the F-Zero update, they added steer assist, so I guess like smart steering from Mario Kart. Do you ever use that?
I don't use it, but I know of it. And I think it's pretty good that they incorporate it because it just helps like all the newbies. So why not?
Yep. They added a better practice mode, timed challenges with limited time rewards, so get on that, and new achievements to unlock in the game. Go out there, go get your update, and yeah, thank you Nintendo bringing more Game Boy games to Switch Online. Thank you. And then we move to something I participated in. You might have as well, but I mean we'll get to that. The Splatoon 3 Splatfest that happened over the weekend. Drums versus guitar versus keyboard. The winner has won. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
The winner has won. And the winner of that Splatfest is Team Keyboard. What do you even like? I was reading some article and like talked about this, and they were like, you know, at the end of the day, Team Keyboard brought home the victory and was better than the other teams. Like, what do you even say? Do you like just like announce Team Keyboard won and just move on? Like, what are your thoughts?
I'll be honest, I don't follow Splatoon at all, so I'm a little lost on what this is exactly.
I probably should have gave context. The Splatoon 3 Splatfest, it's like an in-game event where like you choose one of 3 teams and you all go and play games, and I believe whichever team wins the most, matches in 48 hours, wins the Splatfest, and whoever picked Team Keyboard, which I thought would be like an unpopular team, I guess won. It's kind of fun because they do end eventually, but honestly, I would recommend Splatoon to you. It's very fun. Yeah,
it's one of those like more obscure Nintendo IPs I haven't touched yet. I want to play, but I'm the type of person that I can't start at 3. I need to start like from the beginning.
Yeah.
The issue is I don't have a Wii U, so I can't play the first one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And I mean, even if you did, or like if you wanted to buy one, the online servers shut down in like 2 weeks, so you can't. Like,
I gotta be quick.
You gotta be speedy.
I'll be right back.
He's driving to his closest game shop right now. But honestly, you could start at 2 because the gap between Splatoon 1 and 2 is like 2 years. You wouldn't miss too much. If you really did want to, get into it, you could begin at 2. But I would recommend you, I would say 3 because it is pretty like beginner friendly and you get a lot for $60. Like there's so many game modes. There's just a lot of content, story mode, other matches, different game modes, some stupid card game that I've never touched. Like it's just like, it's a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, that's Splatoon for you.
Do you think I'm missing a lot like story wise if I don't play the first 2 games?
I've never really like gotten the whole story. All I know is like I'm in the game, like there's like these people dancing around and like I'm just like shooting bad dudes. I honestly wouldn't be the best guy to ask for that because I'm not really into the story. I've seen like Splatoon lore videos and I'm just like, what am I watching? Like
those exist? There's lore?
I guess so. Lore? Like maybe watch one of those. I'm not the best guy to ask. I just shoot things and like run away. Like that's who I am.
The simple man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been almost 10 years since I played the first one, so I don't remember jack nothing from that game.
It's 10 years old already?
Almost. 2015.
Jeez.
So one more year, yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out.
Indeed, it's a fun one. But otherwise, and this game, I think is going to make the most waves probably this entire year. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door Remake just got a brand new trailer type thing on Twitter where Nintendo has revealed the remade version of the intro for the game on their Twitter. It's very awesome. Go check it out. I'll play it on screen, but for our audio listeners, I'm so sorry. I will leave a link down below for you to go and watch it because, you can't really describe it to you bit by bit. But it's remade. Check it out. Are you picking up Paper Mario 1000 Year Door Remake?
Yes, I was a big fan of the original one, so I'm looking forward to this very much. Are they doing much different with it, though? I haven't really heard anything.
So I don't know if there's any like additional content or anything, but it seems pretty faithful to the original. I would hope there's something extra, and there usually is with Nintendo. I feel like they remade recently a pretty niche game that I actually ended up falling in love with. It's called Another Code Recollection, and like there wasn't like extra there was more like story. Like they kind of like to add more to it. So I would hope there's something. Do you hope that there's something, or do you hope that it's actually more faithful to the original?
I like it when they actually add more stuff to it, so like all the returning people have a little more incentive.
Yeah,
and then all the new people can just enjoy, the original for where it's at.
That makes sense. Yeah.
One, I don't know if they'll ever do this, but when it first originally got announced, I was hoping they would like give the. Wait, have you played the game, the original?
I have not. It was just before my time. I know it's a cult classic.
Come
It was just
on, you're
before my
behind.
time. It was before my time. It was what, 2001? I mean, that was before my time.
Oh no. Well, I was gonna say like, so basically like Mario has his party members, but then you also run into like Luigi occasionally, and he'll have a party member as well. But you never see like how he met those people and like the backstory with that. So I was hoping the remake would touch on that more. Like maybe you could play as Luigi, but that's wishful thinking.
I feel like if we do have something like that, though, I feel like we'll see it maybe next month, because they put out these like trailers sometimes where they go over like, this is new, which they definitely will do if they have extra content, because you're not just gonna like put it out there and not say anything and like let people figure it out. They'll definitely, if they have anything extra, I think, put it out on Twitter or on their YouTube at some point. Do you think it's worth 60?
I think so. Like RPGs, or little RPGs in general, like Nintendo makes, are pretty like beefy. So I think
agree.
you get a good value out of it.
I agree. Yep, $60. Honestly, they could probably charge 70 and it would sell.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Well, ambitious.
Listen, we don't want it, but I feel like there's such a strong community. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, 70 for a remake's a little wild. If it was a brand new Paper Mario, then okay, maybe.
No, it's definitely wild, and I don't think that it should be. But like, if it was 70, how many copies like do you think that sells?
Pretty close to how much it would if it was 60.
That's like what I'm thinking. Like you could probably squeeze out a $70 remake.
Oh, I don't want to be part of that.
Please, no $70 remakes in the future. We would not like it. But also, speaking of Mario franchise, is Peach Mario Peach? They're like the same thing, right? They're like
same universe.
together. Yeah. New Princess Peach Showtime. MyNintendo rewards are available. I'll throw them on screen. There's a whole bunch of different Peach merch that you can go and purchase. Some of it you have to buy, like cost money. Some of it costs platinum points, which are free to earn. You just got to pay shipping. This feels like an ad read. It's not. But we have Princess Peach folders, door hangers, stationery set, movie poster set, and a downloadable wallpaper. They're putting out so much merch. They're pushing the game very hard. So you have not picked it up yet, but you're interested.
Yes, definitely interested. Same with Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I'm just waiting for those to go a little further down. Yeah. My first impression, or overall impression. Have you played it or finished it?
I have played it, not finished it.
Gotcha. It like, just by looking at it, it doesn't look like a Mario game. It's kind of weird.
No,
it's kind of like the Luigi Mansion treatment, like a completely separate game, but just like using the same IP. It looks fun. The reviews seem pretty favorable. I've heard there's like some performance issues here and there. I don't know if you experienced that.
No, like real issues, but it just runs bad. Like it's like a 30 frames per second.
Which it's a Switch game. What do you expect?
Yeah, but I mean, it's just sometimes it's like you just look at it and you're like, ugh. Yeah. Like I don't know. It's just like kind of disgusting almost.
I feel that. I mean, it might not be the best, but I'm glad they're like, giving Peach more recognition at least. So it's a step in that direction.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm playing through it. I haven't beaten it yet. It's like 7 hours.
Very short.
So, do you know what? I actually did the math. That's if it's $60, it's like what, $8 an hour?
Oh, I can't think. I don't want to think like that. Every hour, what is $8? I don't know.
Because I was like 7 hours, $60. Is this worth it? And I mean, I would say it is because it's very fun. It's just like it runs not the smoothest, but I can't really rip it for that. I have to play the full game and then I can let you know.
Is that 8 hours like 100% or just main story?
I think it's main story.
Are you a completionist or no?
Sometimes, like I did complete Mario Wonder because that was
you have to.
How could you not? And plus, it's simple. It's like you aren't looking in like nooks and crannies for like one little blue coin. Like you're just going through. The purple coins are pretty obvious. You can grab those and you just kind of complete it. But am I really gonna 100% Princess Peach Showtime? I don't know. It's just like I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know. Well, I mean, so far I haven't. You get like 10, the possibility for like 10 coins per level. I barely even get. I get like 3 of them out of the 10 each time. Like it's just like not good. I'm not on the track for a 100% completion. Unfortunately.
That's fair. How's difficulty of the game?
Baby.
Of course.
It's like baby. It's like baby's first Nintendo game. Well, maybe it'll heat up later, but like for now, it's like baby's first game.
As expected.
I'm kind of going in on it. I shouldn't do that. It just I don't know. It's pretty easy,
ripping it apart.
You have one attack button, and like it kind of like spoon feeds things for you. It just like makes you dodge. Like if you spam B, you automatically dodge. Like it's not your Princess Peach fighting game.
Yeah.
But
oh well.
Well, I'll get to the end of it and we'll see. But that is our news headlines, and now you're probably going to want to have us start talking about the title of this podcast, which I do very much intend on making this the title. What games will launch with the Nintendo Switch 2? There's a lot of options. They launched the Switch with Breath of the Wild, launched Wii U with New Super Mario Bros. U. Are you a fan of that one?
I like the New Super Mario Bros.
Wait. You don't have a Wii U. Sorry. I was just...
well, the series itself.
Wait, hold on. It's on Switch, though. Have you played that?
I bought it like 3 years ago, and I haven't opened it yet.
It's something. But what will they do with the Nintendo Switch 2? Well, it's time to discuss. Would you agree?
Yes, let's get at it.
It is time. Let's skadoodle. Alrighty, guys, so we're probably in the final year for Nintendo Switch. I almost said 2. For Nintendo Switch 1. And the back half of the year looks pretty empty. They're probably working on a lot of things right now. Let's just go ahead, address the elephant in the room. Radoukens, I ask you, what game will launch with the Nintendo Switch 2?
Oh, such a loaded question. I feel like definitely no Zelda if we're expecting it to come out next year, because Tears of the Kingdom just came out. Possibly a new 3D Mario. They haven't done that since like what? Was Sunshine a release? GameCube release game or no?
It was. I mean, it was on GameCube, but they like ported it over. They ported it over to the Switch, like on the 3D All Stars.
Oh, right.
But like their newest 3D Mario was Mario Odyssey in 2017.
Yeah, I think like an Odyssey 2 or a sequel to like the 3D games would be nice. I mean, that's wishful thinking, but
yeah,
if we're talking like realistic, I don't know. I'm not definitely not a Smash Brothers.
Probably not.
Yeah, sadly.
Because while it does sell well, I feel like, hey, we're launching with Smash. I feel like nowadays, I'm not sure if that's not gonna get Princess Peach Showtime baby players excited. No.
Could you imagine if a launch game was Princess Peach Showtime 2?
I mean, I'd buy it.
Really? That's fair.
I would buy it. Would I be happy? I don't know.
Yeah. or I think it would be time for a new Mario Kart.
Yeah. So that's the one I think. I feel like, when they put out the Switch, it was Breath of the Wild, and they didn't put out Mario Kart too long after that. That was like a month later in April. I feel like if you're gonna put it out that soon, you might as well just launch with it. Like launch with Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
And also, what helps it is we said that 3D Mario was 2017. Mario Kart 8 was 2014, 15? I think 14.
Like the original?
No, 15. The original Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U was 2015.
Jeez. Yeah, definitely overdue for that.
So we could do with the Mario Kart 9, but we also have Metroid Prime 4 in the works.
Do you think it's being pushed to Switch too?
I would hope not, because that's not a strong launch title unless that's like your secondary, like your backup. Like, hey, we have Mario and this game.
It could
Metroid
be
Prime 4. Because they did do they put out Zelda, and then they put out that 1-2 Switch game, which
yeah, they'll definitely have like a gimmick title, like they do like Wii Sports 1-2 Switch.
That's a smart one. I miss the days when they would like bundle it in. Like Wii Sports was bundled in with the Wii.
We're spoiled.
That was that was nice. I'm sad that they charged $60 for 1-2 Switch, their tech demo. Times are changing. I mean,
and they had the guts to make a sequel not too long ago.
Yeah, and that was bad. That was really bad. Hopefully, no 3-4 Switch 2. Like,
they just keep upping the number.
Yeah, 5, 6,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Or it's like a nursery rhyme. I mean, just hopefully not. But yeah, Mario Kart 9 you can do. I'm just trying to think, like, is there any other possibility? You couldn't do Zelda.
I think Kirby could be likely. It's been a while since Forgotten Land.
Yeah, that was 22.
Yeah, 21 and 22, but they did release the Deluxe. I forgot the name of this. Dreamland Deluxe.
Oh yeah, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Yes.
So that's still a little fresh, so I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, I think that was 23. So yeah, a little bit fresh. I don't think it'll take them too long to get Kirby on Switch 2. Probably, I mean, what they do for Switch, I think they brought Kirby on Switch 1, if I'm not wrong, 2018 with Kirby Star Allies. Do you know?
Yeah, that was like close to the beginning of the Switch.
Yeah, I think that was probably it. Unless that free Kirby game, Kirby Clash or whatever the heck, came out sooner.
Yeah, I remember that.
Something, but I don't think it'll take long for them to do that. There has been talk, though, of like an Animal Crossing launch.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. Because that came out when? 2020?
2020, yeah.
What are the gaps usually in between games? Like
the
5
gaps are normally, honestly, before this last one, it was like 5 years. Can I actually pull it up? Because like, I'm not sure if you can tell. I'm kind of like just half like an Animal Crossing.
I saw the Isabelle little.
Oh yeah, the
freaking
Isabelle. Yeah. Animal Crossing timeline. Because if I have it right, I mean, yeah. So it was 2001, then 2005, then 08, then 12. So it's like 4 or 5 years. But then we went from 2012 to 2020. Now they had some spin-offs in there, but really it took them 8 years. I think 5 is a reasonable gap.
Yeah, I think it's a decent gap. The issue is, I feel like compared to most Nintendo IPs, Animal Crossing is like slightly more niche. So I don't know if it'll do well as like a launch title. So I think something with like more general appeal, like Mario Kart, would work well, which obviously did well for the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you go up to everyone in like your local Target and you ask them what Animal Crossing is, they aren't going to say, that they know what it is. But if you ask them what Mario Kart is, oh, that's the game that my son plays.
Exactly.
So I feel like you have to launch with that. I was kind of confused why they launched with Zelda for the Switch until I saw the numbers and then was like, oh, that's why it sold great. I just worry that they'll push Metroid Prime 4 on the Switch 2 launch because I'm going to buy the game, I guess, but they've done in the past where like they've pushed over games that they were working on, like Twilight Princess launched on the Wii and the GameCube when the Wii launched. And then you had Switch. Breath of the Wild was made for the Wii U. Oh, let's just throw it on Switch launch day. And now we have Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4. Well, yeah, we're working on it for the Switch. Throw it on Switch too. Like, I hope that's not a thing. I don't know.
Me personally, I think I'm fine with that because we waited so long already for Metroid Prime. Like, what's another year at this point, right?
Yeah.
And if it runs better, like on whatever the next console is, like, why not? I'd rather have a better experience in the end.
That's a sell, yeah. If it ran better. Yeah.
Big if. No promises.
Do you think it'll have like 4K? Like, what do you think of the Switch 2?
In general, are we led to believe that's actually just gonna be like the Wii U treatment, like just a better version of Switch, or a completely new console?
We're thinking a better version of Switch. So it'll be like a Wii U.
I don't like that. I kind of wish it would be its own separate thing. Like each Nintendo thing has its own gimmick, right? The Wii has a remote, Wii U has a tablet, Switch has the remotes. I don't really know what they can do after detaching the remotes and playing on screen or handheld.
Yeah, because I feel like now that you have hybrid, you have handheld and console, you can't really go back from that. You can't just make a home console now.
They'll bring back the DS line out of nowhere.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I would love it running Metroid Prime 4 on a DS, but come on, but I don't think it'll do well. And you have to look if they really make a Switch 2 or something like that, I almost feel like I wouldn't. How can I word this? I wouldn't be surprised if their numbers dropped significantly. Because if you look at it, you have DS to 3DS, the DS sold better, NES, SNES, the NES sold. The original always sells better than when you try to do it again, it's like recreating a YouTuber's idea. It's like the original one's better. Well, most of the time. Yeah. Or like a viral TikTok dance. That's like when your mom does a viral TikTok. That's that's the Switch 2.
It's possible.
Switch is better.
I would hope at the very least, if it's similar to the Switch but also different, that they wouldn't put Switch in the name of it. If they want to learn from their Wii U mistake, because I think that was one of the biggest problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I feel like parents are going to the store and they'll be not knowing the difference, Switch 1, Switch 2, the casuals won't get it, I feel like.
Yeah, back to your question in terms of will it have 4K? I highly doubt it, to be honest. I feel like Nintendo's technologically they're a decade behind.
Yeah, I think that right now I believe the handheld is 720p. Mm-hmm. I think that'll get up to 1080.
Oh, okay, that'd be good. Yeah,
but I think it still stays 1080. But just on screen, well, I think it stays 1080, but the games run better. Your Animal Crossing New Horizons can be 60 frames per second.
Okay, yeah.
It's not now.
Yeah, I would at least want 60 FPS at the very least.
Yeah, it's nice. But let's plan out back to the beginning topic. What games will launch with Switch 2? If we had to make our best guesses, if we're placing the house, if we're betting the house on what will launch, what is your guess?
How many games do you want, or just a few?
Top one or two, because that's what they normally do.
Mario Kart, I think, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be one of those gimmick games. I don't know what. A 1-2 Switch or a Wii Sport kind of beat, but yeah, I think those are two are safe picks. How about yourself?
I'm saying 3D Mario, because I feel honestly that can sometimes make a bigger splash. If they showed off Mario Kart 9 at the presentation where they announced Switch, I don't think it would get as big of a pop as a new 3D Mario. Because while Mario Kart sells better, I think because we've seen Mario Kart, we know what that is. I feel like it's not as big of a wow. It's just new Mario Kart, cool. But 3D Mario is when Mario's getting eaten by a dinosaur. We haven't seen that before.
True. That would be really hype. That would be really hype. Me personally, I think I would prefer a 3D Mario over Mario Kart.
It might cause a bigger pop.
Yes,
that's kind of my thing. I don't know, but yeah, Nintendo Switch 2, 2025, and we'll be talking about Nintendo getting bought by 27 because it'll be Switch 2 and they're gonna go broke.
Oh, no.
Anyways, though, that's what we think will launch with Nintendo Switch 2. It is time, Radoukens, to get to the Q&A segment, the answering your questions, where we answer. Can you guess what?
Questions?
Your questions.
Ooh.
Let's go over to it. Alrighty, guys, we are answering your questions that you have asked us on this fine. You're watching on a Saturday, on this fine Saturday here. Now, if you do want to ask a question, I'll run through it pretty quick. There is a solid way to do it. Number one, for guest episodes, every single Wednesday on my YouTube community tab, which is linked down below, I post, hey, hope you're doing well. Ask me questions, bye. But If we're doing a solo episode, which we will next week, you can submit voicemails. Link down below. Go ahead and do that. So we have our questions here. Also, being a channel member does guarantee that your question gets answered. So cool beans. We're done with the info. All right. Our first question here comes from Hamza. When you were younger, Radoukens, did you ever pretend to be sick to get out of school so you could play a video game?
No, I have not. I don't know if you know this about me, but I've had like a perfect attendance.
Oh wow!
Throughout all of school. I'm not
That's
bragging,
sick.
but I'm just laying the facts out there.
That's sick.
But
never.
Not with school. But I did take a day off of work to play Ultimate when it first came out.
I mean, well, you have to do that.
Yes, it's tradition. It's like a holiday.
Yeah. For sure. You got to take some days off to play that new release. Was that like what you were most excited for, like in that time?
Yes, for sure. Because it's been a while. Like Smash 4 was like fine. I wasn't the most stoked about it, but like how they market like everyone's coming back. I'm like,
yeah,
I have to play this. Day
Everyone is here. Yeah.
What about yourself?
But for me, I never pretended to be sick to play video games necessarily. I mean, I know times where I have like come home from school, like I went to school, got sick, and then came home and I started to play games, but like that wasn't the plan. I was just like, get me out of there, like get me out of school, But that wasn't like the plan. Like, oh yeah, let's get home and play some Fortnite. It was never like that. I have definitely stayed home to watch like. I used to be big into like soccer, so I would stay home and watch like soccer games from Spain that would happen at like 3 p.m. my time. So I was like, I'll just stay home, which doesn't even make sense because I got home at 4 and it started at 3. I could tune in on the back end. I have no idea why I even did that. But yeah, never for a video game, but just like for some stupid, for worse reasons, watching sporting events that take place an hour before I get home. I mean, I don't know, but.
Is there a video game out there that would make you skip school?
As of right now,
like a new Animal Crossing?
That I would skip life. I would skip breakfast, lunch, dinner, social interaction.
Just block
I would
everyone.
skip life
Don't
for
bother
that
me.
game. And when it comes out, I will be doing that. I won't post a YouTube short for like a year after the new Animal Crossing. I'm kidding. I'll have some stuff scheduled while I'm hibernating playing Animal Crossing. How about you? Any like upcoming games now that would make you skip work?
Upcoming games? Not really, but like in terms of potential games?
Yeah, like potential.
Probably next Smash.
Yeah,
Whatever
that'll
is.
do it.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
Exactly.
Next Smash. Yeah, for me it's Animal Crossing. We'll see. We're gonna skip some days and see where we go. Then Dylan Was Taken asks, if Nintendo had to be sold to PlayStation or Xbox, which would you choose? Who would have the better hands?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think I'm leaning towards more like Sony PlayStation because me personally, I think Xbox is gonna like phase out of the gaming console market because they seem to be capitalizing more on their subscription service.
Yeah,
and just generally speaking, the Xbox like previous generation of console just haven't been doing too hot.
Yeah,
so I think so it'll be better in Sony's hands.
I think Xbox.
What?
But that might just listen. That's probably just because I have an Xbox. Not the best guy to ask. I'm like Nintendo fanboy. I don't like to say that, but like I don't know. The fact that they've already tried to buy them multiple times, Microsoft to Nintendo, I feel like they would do them right. I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't want it to happen. But I feel like they'll figure something out. I mean, playing Mario on Xbox would be nice.
It'd be wild on voice chat with everyone.
That'd be great. Could you imagine like Mario Party lobbies?
Everyone just shouting at you.
That
Roll
would
the
be
dice.
terrible. Mario Party lobbies would be bad. It'd be bad. Or like Mario Kart, even worse.
Oh,
Could you imagine
no.
Could you imagine being in that like lobby like with all like the Mario Kart players and like everyone can like talk to each other? That'd be bad. I mean, and they kind of can because if you get the Switch Online app, you can talk to them, but it's not like widely used. If they had that on Xbox, Dude, everyone's just roasting each other.
It'd be really funny if it was like proximity chat. Like you won't hear them until you drive closer to them.
Oh my god!
They'll yell at you and they'll speed off. Ultimate disrespect.
Okay, now I kind of want them to be sold.
Honestly, yeah, not bad play.
Oh my god! Doggo asks. He asks us to create a new Kirby copy ability.
Ooh.
I'll let you go first because I have to think, honestly.
Yeah, I have to think too. It's been a while since I've caught up with like what abilities Kirby even has. Because for the most part, they're like elemental based.
I'm gonna Google them.
Yeah, and there's some wacky ones like Mike or Ghost. What's like an element that hasn't been covered yet?
Artist, archer, ball, beam, beetle, bell. Like, bro, just name it. He's done everything.
I want like I got one.
Yep.
I want a human Kirby.
Well, that's just nightmare fuel.
Yeah, you should don't even look like Kirby anymore. Just a pink man, all jacked.
Oh, like that meme?
Yeah,
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Like that?
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I have back in my head. I'm like, oh, something's cooking there.
I'm gonna put it on screen. That meme, dude. That Kirby jacked meme. That would be sick. Actually, you know what? Because that one doesn't look too bad. Like when you said Kirby human, I was thinking of like, I don't know, like Kirby beard, you know,
like Snake,
Kirby, like everything human. But that meme of like the arms or like the jacked Kirby, that would actually fit.
That would go so hard.
For me, I could go for like a clown Kirby. Is that a thing?
They already have this beam Kirby technically. He has like a jester hat and he shoots beams.
Oh, okay. Well, that's close. I guess then I would go with,
Well, you can do clown in like a traditional sense, like white makeup, red nose, goofy red hair.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Ability
like
juggle balls.
Ronald McDonald. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with that.
Oh,
Ronald McKirby. There we go.
Good one.
Corey asks, have you played any Pokemon fan games? And if so, which is your favorite one? I have not.
I have not either. I'm not too big on like emulators. I know like Mario Odyssey has a big emulating community with like all different levels. But a Pokemon fan game that did catch my eye in recent years. I don't know if you've seen it. I see a bunch of shorts on this. It's like this Pokemon Fusions.
I have not seen it.
Wait, really?
I have not, no.
Well, it's exactly it. You just fuse two Pokemon and it becomes a new Pokemon, but has like traits of each sides.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That should be a thing. You know what? Now I have to play some fan games. I'm going to get into it. Let's Go Gaming asks, what do you think would happen if Nintendo decided to keep the Switch until 2027? I guess like didn't release a Switch 2 until like 28 or something.
I feel like it'll definitely dry up pretty fast. I mean, I feel like it's kind of drying up already. Like they would have to release another Mario Kart or another Smash. Like another big hitter to keep it alive for that long.
Yeah, because I feel like now is like the remake stage. Like when 3DS was dying, when Switch was a thing, they kept it going for like a year and just did like remakes mostly. They did have you played Miitopia?
I have not, but I've seen people play it.
They did have that on 3DS, like, and it wasn't on Switch at the time. So they can keep it alive. It's just going to be mostly remakes, which I guess, no, they can't keep it alive because you can't really do that forever. I think it would just be way too long. Way too long. You don't want to put out... You can't really do a new Mario Kart because there's no new power. Like you can't like make it much better because you've made the best Mario Kart that you can on your system. It'll look the exact same.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't do much if you keep it around for that long, which is why hopefully next year we get Switch 2.
I hope so.
I'll be a happy camper
if
that does happen. Galaxy King, if you could be a Mario enemy, which one would you be?
Oh, man, they all suck. They all die so quickly.
They all suck.
Is Bowser in there, or are we talking like more just like the henchman?
I guess anybody, like any sort of bad guy.
I think
I have to think too.
I think Boo would be fun because I could phase through walls, but then that also means people can't look at me. That's
true, but at the same time, you're a pretty scary one. Like I hate when I see Boos.
Yes. So maybe not too bad actually to be a Boo.
But But yeah, they can't look at. Yeah, there are some cons. I think I would probably just be a Koopa Troopa because like have you ever like been playing and like they dance to the music? Like, dude, he's a happy camper. I would want to be Koopa.
But for the rest of your life, he's gonna be like da da da.
I mean, imagine right now. There's somebody right now playing Mario Bros. Wii. I guarantee you, as I've been speaking right now, a Koopa has done this in somebody's game. As of like me saying this right now, they have done that. They just seem like happy campers. If you play him in Mario Party, like he's always got a smile on his face. He's just a chill dude. I don't know.
What about Paratroopa though? Don't you want those wings?
No, because then like
they're free.
Like, they're never on the ground. I mean, yeah, you are free, but I have a fear of heights.
Wait, really?
Kind of. I mean, like if I'm like 500 feet up on some skyscraper. I mean, I'm not really living it too much, but I mean,
that's fair.
I mean, I guess I'm not like terrified of heights, but like I couldn't go up too high. Like when I'm in a hotel and they like I'm on floor like I don't know how high did they go, like 30? I don't even know.
50 even sometimes.
50. Like if I'm up there, I'm like I almost said something that I shouldn't have. I'm like terrified, not terrified. Like, I don't know. It's just I don't love it. Put me on floor 5. But yeah, I would just be a mellow Koopa Troopa.
That's fair.
Simple. Galaxy. Oh wait, we already did the one. Keandre asks, strangest cutscene from a Nintendo game you've seen. For me, it's definitely that very disturbing, almost horror cutscene with the upside down links from Twilight Princess. Oh no! I'm in the middle of Twilight Princess right now. Oh, I just got something spoiled for me. Oh no. Oh no, that's all right. And then a second question, which Mario game has the best music? For me, it's Mario Galaxy. All right, first one. Strangest cutscene from a Nintendo game you've seen? There's not many of them.
Yeah, nothing really speaks to mine, but I do agree that a Twilight Princess is pretty grim.
Oh god, is it really?
Oh no, I'm not like saying a specific scene, just like the aesthetics, like very dark, like spooky.
I'm at the point, I'm not very far into it. Like, I'm at the point I just saw Zelda at the castle, like in the beginning, if you can remember. Yeah. So I'm not very far into it. It is kind of dark though.
Yes.
I can tell that.
Yeah.
It should be good. One that comes to mind for me is if you've played Tears of the Kingdom, and hopefully I can say this. Like the game has been out for a year. Please, no one kill me if I spoil this for you. But wait, can I say this? Have you beaten it?
So a little thing about me is I buy Switch games, but I don't open them for like years. I haven't played, but I'm welcome to spoilers. Okay,
it's not major, but when you're, I believe you're not actually at the final boss yet, but you're like in the castle. Zelda. Sorry, I'm kind of giving away a lot here. You feel free to take out your earbuds if you want. Zelda in the castle. You think that you're, God, you think it's actually Zelda. It's like Ganondorf's Demon King's clone, and she's like, after all, this place will be the last thing that you ever see. And like her voice deepens, and it's like pretty eerie. It's like she's like about to kill you. Like that's like scary.
That'll do it.
Someone's gonna know what I'm talking about. That was pretty scary. I think it has to be a Zelda game. Do you have a cutscene?
I do, but it's Twilight Princess, so it would spoil. It's actually the ending.
Say it. I'm gonna take off the headphones.
Okay. So I mean, it's pretty simple. It's when like Link fights Ganon, and then he just like stabs into her chest, and you just see like the life of Ganon escaping him. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I didn't hear anything. Okay, great.
But what about what about when you edit it? Are you gonna hear it?
Oh God, yeah. Okay, you know what? I'll just skip it. I'll just put the camera on you the whole time and just skip right past your segment. So if you said anything, you could have said that EmSwizzle sucks, and I would have no idea. It's just gonna stay in the podcast. So who knows? But then our final. Oh wait, sorry, no. They asked 2 questions. Which Mario game has the best music?
Wonder was pretty good, but like I 100% it too, but none of it really stuck with me. So the recent games don't really like resonate with me that much, personally.
Not even like the doo-ba-doo-doo-doo.
Okay, like the first level. The classic song is good. Also the Piranha Plant one.
Oh yeah.
The March. I do agree. Galaxy and Galaxy 2 are probably some of the best music. I always see myself using their music a lot for my background.
Same. I used to use, I forget what it was. It was like the remixed Mario theme Galaxy, whatever that one is. I used to use it in videos a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it was called. But yeah, they have some banger tracks. So you would say Galaxy?
Galaxy and 64. 64 I'm very nostalgic of. Because I grew up with that.
I was going to say Wonder, but yeah, I mean, you kind of like did put it into perspective. Like, I'm not really using any Mario Wonder music in my videos. I'll probably say New Super Mario Bros. DS. Like, that one's got some certified classics.
They do have some good songs.
That one's good. Like the title screen, if you've heard that.
Yes.
Or even like World 1. No, I can't really like replicate it. But like that one's good. It's all pretty nice. I like that one. So I'd say Mario DS.
Yes.
And then finally, F100 games. If you can make a Joy-Con set of 2 colors to be sold together, which colors would you choose? It's hard because a lot of them are already made.
Yeah, I think a lot has been covered.
Yeah.
So you know how what's the color scheme? Like red left, blue right?
I think it's the other way. Well, it's different because when they sold the Switch with those Joy-Cons, it was, I think, blue left, red right. But then they like released them separately, and it was red left, blue right. It's weird, but either one.
I was gonna say like, what if they reversed it? But if that's already been done,
yeah.
Dang it. Trying to look.
I'm trying to think. You know what I would want, and they've done this type of color. I would just want, for me personally, I'm not sure if it'd sell well. They've made a purple Joy-Con. I would just want 2 in a pack. Like, just give me left and right purple. Ooh. They only have, I think they have left purple. I think because they sell like purple and orange. Just give me 2 purples. That's what I would use 24/7.
That's not bad. Do you like the Joy-Cons that have decals on them, like a special edition, like Zelda, whatever? It's a little.
Those, yeah, those are cool. The only problem is when they break, which they break often, it's like a much more of like a heartbreak. It's like, man, my special edition like is now drifting. Like that sucks.
Yeah, my issue with those is that like you can only pair them with each other. You can't like mix and match because it looks a little off.
Yeah. It's like you can't have your Zelda Joy-Con with like a red one. Like it just doesn't work.
It's a little icky. For me, I really like the Animal Crossing New Horizon, like the.
Oh yeah,
what's it called?
The pastel blue and the pastel green.
Yeah, and they also have like the white back to them.
Oh yeah.
I really like that. It was pretty unique. So something like that.
That was
like
nice.
That was nice. Nice bright color.
Bright pastel. They put out those pastel pinks recently, I think. Have you seen those?
Oh, true. That's yeah. So I want to expand on that. It'd be nice.
Yeah. What Joy-Cons do you have now?
I have the traditional red and blue, the Animal Crossing ones, and I currently rock is the. I don't know what's. Is that a special one, or is that just like a? I think it's like one of the older ones, the first one that came out.
Yeah, I think it was like with Splatoon 2 because those are Splatoon 2 colors.
True. Yes.
I have those too. My favorite to rock, I have the Splatoon 3 OLED, so I'd probably say the Splatoon 3 Joy-Cons are my favorite, just because I see them a lot and it just looks nice. What color? It's purple and light green. That's a nice little clash. I like it.
Good combo.
But before that, yeah, I was using the Animal Crossing, the blue and the green, which is nice too.
Are you a Joy-Con collector?
No, dude, like they break so often.
Even the new ones?
Yeah, I mean, break as in either drift,
right?
Either just like stop connecting, whatever it is. It's just like they're so bleh.
Yeah.
To the point where they've been sued over it multiple times. Like it's so bad. They offer free Joy-Con repairs.
I was actually gonna ask, have you ever done that?
I have. Oh, let me tell you a story to close out the podcast. It wasn't that bad, but like, okay, so I had a broken left Joy-Con. Broken in the sense that I believe it was just drifting or something. That's what I call broke. It doesn't function properly, so it was drifting. I sent it over to the repair. Unassuming. I didn't know what I was going to get back. I thought just, a repaired Joy-Con. So I do get back a repaired Joy-Con, but bro, it is crusty. Like the freaking buttons are like clicking, like there's some apple juice in there.
Ew.
So I'm like, all right, screw this. I send it back to them. Like, hey, please don't give me a crusty one. So I get it back. I think that they just like wiped it. Like it was still crusty. Like the internals were just crust. It was like bad.
That's not fun.
So I sent it back again. I'm like, hey, can I please have a different one? And they did give me back a different one, but the buttons would still make this like extra click or whatever. Like it just wasn't like fixed. I don't think that it was apple juice, but it just like clicked weird. So I just sprayed some like, it wasn't Windex, but it was like some surface cleaner because I was like, let's spray some surface cleaner. Worst case, it doesn't work. I'll say it was crusty again. Mm-hmm. I just sprayed a bunch and it fixed it. So I don't really recommend maybe doing that. I think I actually have a short like long time ago where I said, "Hey guys, it works," but please don't do that anymore. I'm gonna freaking unlist it after this episode.
Oh, no.
Don't do that. But it worked for me.
That's good.
So
that's something.
Yeah, that's my Nintendo repair story. One more thing. Sorry, I'm like going on tangents, but like,
go ahead.
It's a fun little thing. I sent my 2DS XL because I think the screen was loose, and they sent me back like a scratched up one because mine was in like mint condition and it wasn't really great. I still have it right now because like, what am I gonna do about it? Just like send it back and do like I can keep like swapping 2DSs until I get the right one. You know,
good gambling. Opening a loot box, like, what will I get this time?
It's only a loot box. I could do that, but I didn't feel like it. So
that's fair.
Yeah, that's my repair story.
Very fun.
Haven't sent anything else since. Have you ever thought about it, like sending something? Don't. But have you thought about it?
I have thought because I am getting so tired of the drifting. It happens like if I play Switch for a good few months, it will happen like 1 or 2 times. My solution is that I get like a Q-tip and like isopropyl alcohol and just wedge it in there.
Oh yeah.
But it's just annoying.
Only thing is, do not at all costs send your special editions. They don't send them back. Those they do not send back. If you send your Animal Crossing or your what else is there? Like Animal Crossing, Splatoon, Smash, whatever, they don't send those back.
What they give you? Like a generic?
Like a generic, like a gray.
That's kind of sad.
That is sad. Like, bro, imagine people who don't know. It's sent like they're like Splatoon Joy-Cons, they get like gray ones back. Like, that's not fair. That's gotta suck.
That's tragic.
But yeah, I believe that will close out this episode of the Mario Matter, episode number 82. Thank you all so much for watching. Radoukens, where can they find you online?
Oh, you could just find me, just go on the YouTube, type in Radoukens, and you'll find me there.
Heck yeah. All right, thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you next Saturday for even more Nintendo goodness. The #1 Nintendo podcast closing out. Last time that I said adios on a podcast, my whole entire computer crashed. Let's try it here. And if it crashes, I'll put a little note at the end. Adios.
Adios.